Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go, baby.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
I'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
King.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Come on in here. Come get some.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd-and-1.
Alert. No. Point it right.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to launch it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Pretty move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Showing up. Check it out, read. Hurry!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 14-7. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. There are the numbers for McDonald from a week ago. 6 catches, 67 yards. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
230.
On second down, it's Connor. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this, because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
On 2nd down now. Samuels takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give them 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Go down. They sack him back at the 42. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check number 6. 555. Hey, Delta. Hey, eat.
Now Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, girls, check. He's coming. We got double. Hurry. 56 to Mike. 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Roethlisberger will throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Check. Hey, alert 33. Check. Mike 56. Bravo. Come up the ball. I touch.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. It's caught. Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Check 56. Here we go. Jam.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. And now it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go, G. Run. Check. Hurry. Watch out.
Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might...
My bad, guys.
Incomplete.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Switzer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Check 55, Mike.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
230. Jack 16. Lock right there. 55. 55. Come on, G.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Matt Weil now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Pistol. Safety's creeping. Big Ed. Tighten up. 36.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch the run. Check. Lucky.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Here's Conner, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 6. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They run it again with Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
In your face. Check safety.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rapid. Check 31. Sponge. Hey. High 7. Hurry. Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
56. Mike's 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Quick dash. Come. Whip. Watch the way.
Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And almost intercepted. That would have been his third pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On second and very short, Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Now on second and 13. Roethlisberger under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jannard Avery. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He gets this one to Johnson, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here I come again. Kill. Check. Hurry. Slam. Under 10.
Now Mayfield on 4th down, being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got him in, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barnes. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hurry.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. All day. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hurry. Shoot.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert.
Second and goal. He's
checking crap.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick.
There's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is third down and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Roethlisberger will throw. Complete. He finds Bray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Here we go.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jannard Avery in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Mayfield. Looking for Perriman there. He's got it. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Double dog, that's the way. 56, check 56. Defense wins championships, baby. Shit. Hey, check 24, check 25.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to let this go. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Paris Campbell, 36 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to Jalen Samuels.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Ben to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a